Welcome to Japan turn 2. Japan has 40 IPCs to spend. They're going to spend it as follows: 15 on a naval base, 9 on a military base, 12 on 4 infantry, and 4 on an artillery. They will be declaring a series of attacks, 4 attacks, all in China, 3 of which are walk-ins, 1 of which will involve some rolling. So let's have a look at those. They're going to walk 1 infantry from Shahar into Suiyuan, 1 infantry from Anhui into Hopei, 1 infantry from Anhui into Kwaichao. And then the only actual attack is in Yunan, 2 infantry and an artillery from Hunan, 2 infantry and all of these planes into Yunan, or from Kwangsi into Yunan as well. So that's the only battle we're going to have to roll. So I'll set that up right now. Okay, for the attack on Yunan, the Japanese are coming in with 4 infantry, 1 of which is supported by an artillery, so that's 3 1s and 2 2s. And then, I know this is overkill, but the planes are literally not doing anything else this turn, so why not? And let's see if we can, well, we will end it on the first roll, I would think. So there's 10 fighters and 8 tactical bombers. So, 3 1s, 2 2s, 10 3s, and 8 4s. This should be a 1-roll battle. We need 3 hits. Dozens of hits. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hits. We only needed 3, so clearly all those troops are dead. They are going to get to roll a defense, however, so let's see what happens there. They should get 1 for sure. But they got none. Wow, okay. So, China does not defend the territory, and Japan takes it with no casualties. Okay, let's map out all of Japan's non-combat movements. The destroyer in Sea Zone 6 is going to move to Sea Zone 16 and act as a blocker for most of the American Navy. They're going to load 3 infantry from Korea and 1 artillery from... Oops, I can put this guy back. And 1 artillery from Japan onto the 2 transports. And those 2 oh, that's why it's there, sorry. And those 2 transports will move down to Sea Zone 36 and drop off in Kwangsi. The 4 infantry units that are, or 4 of the 5 infantry units in Japan will load up onto the strategic bombers, the 2 strategic bombers, which are acting as air transports, and they will also fly to Kwangsi. The submarine in Sea Zone 6 will join the rest of the Japanese Navy down in Sea Zone 36. The mechanized infantry and the anti-aircraft artillery will move to Johol, as will the remaining, or one of the 2 artillery pieces from Anhui will go into Johol. The remaining artillery piece and 4 infantry will move from Johol to Hunan. All of the planes in the Yunan attack will land back in Kwangsi at the airbase. The fighter on the carrier will fly and land with the rest of the planes in Kwangsi. And then the last non-combat movement, 1 of the transports in Sea Zone 36 will go to Sea Zone 37, pick up the 2 infantry from Siam, and bring them to Kwangsi as well. So that's all the non-combat. As soon as I tidy up the board, we'll come back with placements and money. For the placement of new units, the 4 new infantry are going to go into Japan. The new artillery unit is going to go into Japan. And then the brand new naval base and military base will go into Kwangsi. So there is quite a facility set up at that particular location. Okay, in terms of income, all of this is coming at the expense of the Chinese, but the Japanese are going up 1, 2, 3, 4, and once again the Burma Road is now closed. So Japan goes from 29 to 33, and China goes from 9 to 5. Okay, so in terms of income, the Japanese get their 33 base income, plus their 10 IPCs for not being at war with the United States, not having attacked French Indochina, and not having, I think, declared war on the British as well. So that's 43 IPCs in the coffers for Japan. So let's have a look around the board at what's going on with them. So, in Japan proper, they have 5 infantry, 3 artillery, and 3 anti-aircraft artillery. In Sea Zone 16, there is a destroyer. In Iwo Jima, there is an infantry, and in Okinawa, there is an infantry. Way down there in those little islands there. In the Carolines, there are 2 infantry and an anti-aircraft. In Palau, there's an infantry. And if we make our way down the coast here, in Korea, there's an infantry. In Manchuria, there's an infantry. In Johor, there are 3 infantry, 1 anti-aircraft artillery, 1 regular artillery, and 1 mechanized infantry. In Shahar, there's an infantry and an artillery. In Suiyuan, there's an infantry. In Hopei, there's an infantry. In Kwaichao, there's an infantry. In Hunan, there are 4 infantry and 1 artillery. In Yunan, there are 4 infantry and 1 artillery. And in Kwangsi, there's quite a bit of material, so I'm going to have to count here. There's 11 fighters, 8 tactical bombers, 2 strategic bombers, which are currently acting as air transports. In terms of the men, we have, there's 9 infantry there, 2 artillery, and 1 tank, along with a newly built military base and naval base to go with the air base that's already there. Finally, in Sea Zone 36, there's an extremely substantial navy. 3 aircraft carriers, 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, 3 destroyers, 2 submarines, and 4 transports. I believe that is all of the Japanese forces around the board. So the Americans are up next. We'll see what they manage to do with their time. The Americans and, of course, the Chinese are going to be up next. So stay tuned.